fighting, and ultimately collapse. Your great-grandfather understood this, and that is why it has always been that way. But your behavior and attitude have confirmed to me what I feared, and unfortunately known for a while now, which is that you can't handle this responsibility. Sean's face reddened with anger. Who are you going to give it to then? I think that William has the poise and skills necessary. I am sorry, Sean, but I've made my decision. I have an appointment next week with my legal team where I will make the change official. With that said, I will make sure that William places you in a position of importance and influence. You will still have a guiding hand in the future of the company. I know this is heartbreaking news for you, and I am sorry. It's my fault, really. I didn't mold you into who you needed to be. I've let you get away with things you shouldn't have. I've protected you from the police. I've paid off people to keep them quiet. Your hot-headedness and arrogance have made you unpredictable and a liability. Listen, I know that ever since your mother died, there's been a hole in your life. I know how close you two were. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you fill that void. I love you, but I really think this is for the best for you, the family, the company, and the village. Winston tried to put a reassuring hand on Sean's shoulder, but Sean turned away violently. Don't touch me. You take away everything from me, and then act like it's no big deal. Sean, did you really want to lead the company anyway? I think you'd be happy. You'll get a cushy job, still be wealthy, and won't have to deal with the heavy burden of being in charge. Now, let's head down by the river. I think we'll find some pheasants down that way. As Winston walked forward, Sean stood there in disbelief. Ever since he was a small child, he knew what his future held and how important he was going to be. He looked at his father walking away and said, "Dad." Winston stopped and turned. "This isn't fair," said Sean. "Life isn't fair, son." As soon as Winston turned to walk away, Sean lifted his gun and fired. As the bullet hit Winston square in the back, he fell hard, face first into the muddy trail. Sean calmly walked over to his father and violently rolled him over with his muddy boot. Winston looked up at Sean and managed to get out through the pain. "Go get some help, son. You accidentally shot me." "It was no accident, Dad. You gave me no choice," said Sean as he stood over his father, watching him die. "Help! Help!" yelled Sean as he ran toward the back of the main house on the family's estate known as Riverside. William, Sean's younger brother by 2 years, was on the beautiful, ornate back porch with their longtime head butler Billings. "What the heck is he yelling about?" asked William as they watched Sean frantically approach. As Sean reached them, he put a hand on a marble statue and leaned over to catch his breath. "Sean, what the hell is going on? What's wrong? Where's Dad?" asked William anxiously. Someone shot Dad in the woods. He's dead," panted Sean. "What?" shouted William. "Who? How?" "Dad and I were out hunting, walking on the trail that heads down toward the river when we saw someone a little ahead of us. Dad asked the man to hold up, which he did. As we got near him, Dad politely told the man that it was private land, so he'd have to go hunt elsewhere. The man seemed like he was going to say okay and be on his way, but then he lifted up his rifle and shot Dad square in the chest. I looked down and saw Dad lying in a pool of blood. It was horrible. The man took off running. I gave chase, but lost him. That bastard. He's lucky I didn't catch him." William put his hands on his head as a tear rolled down his face. I can't believe it. Who was he? Did you recognize him? Are you sure he's dead, Master Sean? Should we call a doctor to come at once to check on him?" asked Billings. "Shut up, Billings, he's dead? I'm not an idiot," yelled Sean, with a sneer at Billings for daring to speak when not spoken to. "Take it easy, Sean," said William as he took a deep breath to calm himself. "Take me to Dad. Billings, call Chief Wentz and have him meet us on the trail as soon as possible. Maybe that man is still on the estate somewhere."